It's teaser.
I hit 127 pounds and I was thinking to myself, nah, this is really bad. Something is happening. Obviously you have other signs like you're sick. Some of the things that you eat upset your stomach. And at the time I'm trying to figure out what's still good for me and what's not. But dropping to 127 pounds is like a bit much. And mind you, last year, January 2020, I had my daughter. And I think when I weighed myself, I would say the end of February, I was like 152, 150 pounds. And then by this year, I want to say January, I was 127 pounds. And yes, I was working out. Yes, I changed my diet completely. But at that time, I was starting to eat more food, like smaller portions, but eat more often. So like I was expecting to like gain more weight, but I wasn't gaining any weight. I was constantly losing weight, and it was very discouraging. So I knew something was wrong. I knew I had to like get a hold of what was crippling me, what was not allowing me to be healthy and keep my weight on. Hi, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Colette Alethea. I am so grateful that you can join me here today on the Roaring 30s podcast and YouTube channel, however you're tuning in. Thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it. Do remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share. I would love it so much. So I have been away from podcasting and YouTubing and blogging and all that good stuff because I have been struggling with an inflammatory disease called gastritis, and I would believe IBS as well, and some other stuff that I'm probably not diagnosed with. It has been a long year, and even when I was blogging before and YouTubing and podcasting, I was struggling in between. But this year, I almost felt like this disease put its fist in my chest and just didn't let up. And I felt like how am I going to deal with being a mom and everyday life and this crazy inflammatory disease. So I wanted to tell you a little bit about my struggle and a little bit about how I'm overcoming and how I've been dealing. So I'm going to take it back to 2015. 2015, I went to Jamaica for my friend's wedding. And let's just say we had a little bit too much to drink. It was a fun night, but we had a little bit too much to drink. And the next day I felt sick. And I honestly just thought it was a hangover. And everyone's like, ooh, Colette, you can't hold your liquor. You still sick. It's like noon. I was sick. So anyway, I tried to rest it off. I felt nauseous, but nothing really happened. I tried to eat, but I didn't have much of an appetite. Anyway, that night I was feeling a little bit better. And I decided that I was gonna take this little package. It's like I guess it's like antacid type of thing. It's called Andrews. Like it's not sold in Canada. I've never seen it here, but it's in Jamaica. And I took the Andrews, and guess what Andrews did to me? I couldn't go anywhere. And that night was my friend's bachelorette party. And so I wanted to go, but I couldn't go. Ended up being very sick. It literally took me 24 hours to get better. And I was like, what's happening? Anyway, I got back to Canada and I noticed it was happening like once every 2 weeks, once every week. And I'm like, what's going on? So I went to the doctor and I'm like, I'm having these issues. I'm having horrible cramping. Not really throwing up, but just this terrible like gripping pain in the middle of the night. So I went for testing. I had to drink this liquid, and Basically, do like I would say it was an X-ray, and it came back a week later saying that I had gastritis, and I was like, "What is that, doc? Tell me, please, tell me what that is." So he was like, "Yeah, basically, it's an inflammatory disease that it kind of eats away at the lining of your stomach, right?" So he prescribed this medication to me. I'm not able to say the word. Maybe I'll list it right here. And I took it for about 30 days. It will reduce the acidity in my stomach and allow the lining of my stomach to grow back. So I took that, and he said, "By the way, you can no longer eat McDonald's." Sorry about that, mommy duties. And yeah, I had to see what's going on with my baby. So anyway, doctor said, "By the way, you can no longer eat processed foods." I was like, "Sir, can you explain?" He was like, "Yeah, no McDonald's, no pizza, no Burger King, no Wendy's, no packaged foods like Oreos and cookies." And if y'all know me, I love chocolate chip cookies. Like, I live for that. Anyone who's ever known me ever since will tell you that. Can't have that. Can't have ketchup. Can't have chocolate. Can't have bread. I was like, "Sir, you know you're knocking out my whole like food regiment." It's so bad that I actually loved that type of food, especially the McDonald's. Like, when I'm pregnant, anybody can, let's testify for a second. Let's talk about it. When you're pregnant, you have certain things you enjoy eating. Mine was McDonald's. I don't even know why. Sometimes it wasn't even good. Sometimes it didn't even taste good. But I would just smell the fries, and I was like, I want it, and I want it now. And sometimes I like certain foods didn't sit well with me, but McDonald's would, so that would be my go-to food throughout pregnancy. So anyway, he basically said change it up, and I was like, how? Because I'm not a big fruit lover, don't really love salad. I always think of salad like grass. So how am I gonna do this? Anyway, I took the pill. I tried to abstain from those things, but honestly, it was very difficult. And I guess I didn't understand the severity or the complications that could come with having gastritis. So I didn't take it serious. I just felt better, and I thought, well, I'm gonna eat whatever I want. I'm gonna do whatever I want. I'm gonna do whatever I want. So fast forward to 2020. No, before we get to 2020, I have to add in also that I think I had gastritis right after I had my first son, Gabriel. I just didn't realize it was gastritis because I could no longer eat anything spicy. Everything like had to be a certain kind of way for me to eat, and I still had upset stomach. But I now looking back, I probably was developing gastritis like 9 years ago, but didn't know. So anyway, 2020, I had my daughter Adjoa. And I'll be perfectly honest, being not a new mom, but like having a new baby is not easy on the body, not easy at all. And I always encourage women, if they have a good relationship with their mom or have a good relationship with like an older woman, to like I would encourage you to ask them to come and help you for a few weeks if they are available to do so, because they will cook your meals for you, like nutritious, good, wholesome meals for you, and even help you with the baby, even take the baby when you're frustrated, when you're tired, when your breasts are sore and stuff like that. I realized that I was eating just anything. I didn't like have that support. I mean, yes, I had help, but not in that way. And I was literally just eating whatever I cooked, whatever was left, whatever. And I was like literally snacking all the time. Like, just, oh, look, a banana. Oh, I don't eat bananas. Like, oh, look, a cookie. And I'll be eating a cookie. Mind you, I'm breastfeeding, but I'm eating like cookies, and I'm eating like crackers. I'm eating like, toast, like anything that's super fast to eat and doesn't require me to be in the kitchen for so long. That's what I was eating. And it was really bad. Like, it was really bad. I was even buying like ice cream cake, not cake, the sandwiches to eat. Now, this is like pre-COVID lockdown. We were creeping up to like the lockdown. So like sugar was like a thing in this house. And I was killing it like every single day, all the time. I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy. I'm not gonna buy anymore. And then there I am at Walmart, like it's in my cart, like no one's business. Anyway, one day we had ordered pizza, and I ate pizza for breakfast the next day. Hey, Charlie, I was sick the whole entire day. I was sick, 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 sick. Then come back to the next day sick. And I was like, oh my God, I haven't had that in a long time. And that's where it started. It started like, I would say like late February. I was sick every week. I was sick. So when I went back to the doctor and I was like, listen, I have gastritis. I have a history of it. I just need some drugs to get me better. He gave me the drugs. Things got better. And then I said, I'm going to change my diet, which I did slowly, but not fully. I wasn't really eating the cookies and all that kind of stuff, but I thought it was okay to eat crackers and dry breads and stuff like that. I got better, then I cheated and started eating donuts. Like sugar. That thing, I'm telling you, it will catch you every time. So I went back to taking drugs again. But well, that's a lie. I went to the doctor for another bottle, a stronger one. Okay, so no, I went back. That's true. I went back. It wasn't really helping, so I went back for a stronger, stronger one to help me settle my stomach. And then that time I was like, okay, Colette, you can't keep taking these pills. Like they're not good for you. Like instinctively, something was saying to me, this is not the right path for you. So I decided to look for healthier ways to deal with my gastritis. And let me tell you something. Your body, only you know what your body is saying to you. Like your doctors, okay, I'm not saying to not take your doctor's advice. I don't know what you're going through physically. So like be wise and everything. I know I have a good doctor. I know though, like my doctor's only going based off what they learned in school, I would think. But in terms of like listening to that whisper that's telling you like, I don't think this is the right way for you, I would encourage you to do further research just to make sure. And I don't see anything wrong with that because it's your body. It's your right to take care of you. So that's what I started doing. And I'm actually going to like let you guys know some of the people that I follow on social media or the books that I've read, because they've really, really helped me a lot. Like they've helped me get better. You know, I'm still struggling, but I'm better than I used to be. So I started doing my research on what I can and can't eat. That was the first step. And that was hard because even the things you think you can eat, you really shouldn't eat, you know? So I realized that I am actually gluten intolerant, and I would say I'm lactose. I'm currently doing some testing for lactose, but I'm sure I'm lactose intolerant. I'm sure of it. So I cut out dairy, I've cut out bread, and again, just like cookies, anyone knows me knows I love bread. Like there's a wedding video of my parents' wedding video of me eating bread. Manish water was there. Curry goat, rice, and there was food, you know, food. And guess what Colette was eating? A bread roll. So like I had to give up bread and all that good stuff. So, and even in that, I had to learn like portion control. I had to learn eating more, like to eat more vegetables. I had to learn like a good routine on a daily basis. Like literally, I'm always thinking, what am I gonna eat next, and what am I gonna eat, and what I haven't eaten all day. So I had to, you know, bring all the food groups together in my daily diet. So I started working on that, and that wasn't easy. And anyone who's also struggling with gastritis, IBS, like Crohn's disease, or any type of inflammatory issues with your gut, It is not easy. You have to literally be going like food by food by food by food. Like, I know my friends feel sorry for me. They're looking at me like, damn, look at her like dry ass chicken and potatoes. But I had to eat the dry chicken and potatoes just so that way, I could feel human, not feel so sick, and try to figure out like what is good for me and what's okay for me and like what's not okay for me. During my journey of trying to figure out, what's good and what I can tolerate, I would still have like upset stomachs. Like I would still have like inflammation. And so I would buy anti inflammatory, like antacids, and I would take it, but not what the doctor prescribes, something that's like more over the counter. And boy, that those pills made me realize like how often I was having these issues. And one day I was like, again, something is like, Colette, like this is not helping you. And so I decided that would be my it would be my last box. And I remember stepping on the scale and I was like 100 and I don't know, 35 pounds. And I was like, what's happening? Some of you are like, yo, you're 135? Like, come on, Colette, but hear me out. I was 135. My goal was 140 and not to go under 140. So I was at 135 and I was panicking, and then 34 and then 136, sorry, 133. And then one day I hop on the scale, I'm 130 and I'm like, my heart literally drops into my stomach and I'm like, I don't understand. Like I'm trying to eat, I'm trying to get better, but I'm still losing weight. Like I don't understand. And one day I stepped on the scale, I was 127 and I was like, what is happening? Like not even my clothes are fitting me. Like nothing's happening. Like I look dry up, other than the fact that yes, I have other stressors around and things are happening in my personal life. Like, what the heck? What's happening? Again, I started doing research, like what is happening with me, and I realized those antacids. I hope I'm saying it right. What they do is that they stop the production of your stomach enzymes, which you need to help break down your food, and so that your body can collect the nutrients that it needs to take from the food. So I was in big trouble. I like, and I was right. Like intuitively, I was right. Something was wrong with me taking these pills. So I stopped taking them, and I had to go buy digestive enzymes that I'm still taking today to help me digest my food better and get the nutrients that I needed. And why I feel like I needed the digestive enzymes was because I remember going to work and just like couldn't do the simple things. Like the simple things, it took so much energy from me. Like, and it shouldn't, but it did, and now I can do those things, but I'm working on it. I'm going to tell you some of the products that I've been using to help me get better. Other than the elimination process of what's not good for me, what I can't really tolerate, I'm going to tell you some of the things that really helped me, which I told you one was digestive enzymes. Really, like even now, I'm so grateful. Digestive enzymes are like the bomb. I've been able to keep my weight at a certain weight, and I'm grateful for that, right? The other thing is L-glutamine. L-glutamine is a natural product that helps to build back the lining of your stomach, and that also has helped me. So I do have inflammation sometimes, but let me tell you, it's not as painful as it used to be. It literally right here would feel like raw, like like someone threw acid on me, but it's not as painful anymore. So I know that my lining has gotten thicker and better, and I'm grateful for that. Also, there's this YouTuber. Her YouTube page is Gut Feelings, and I'll link her link down below. She like that channel has helped me so much. Her name is Peggy, and honestly, if I didn't find her video, like her YouTube channel, I don't even know how I'd be able, I wouldn't be this far. I'll just tell you straight up. She has a lot of useful videos on there, lots of tips. She breaks down like how food helps your gut heal, what foods you should be eating to heal your gut. what foods that although they're healthy for you, you should avoid while trying to heal your gut. Peggy is the bomb. I'm so grateful for that channel. She really helped me out. She's not a YouTuber, but another person is Nila Mensa. She also struggled with gastritis. She overcame gastritis and she's living a plant-based life. And that has helped her significantly in keeping gastritis and inflammatory issues at bay. And I've read her book, and I will also link her book down below. And honestly, again, like just having someone to relate to who understands where you're coming from, and not just say like, yo, I've been in pain and oh my god, what are we gonna do, but actually giving solutions as to like where you can go, what to buy, and even how to take them, like how to I see like the right herbs you can drink and all that kind of stuff. So Nila Mensa, I will link her link at the bottom as well. It is an online book, so and an easy read. So trust me, don't worry, it's not like 1,000 pages long. It will get to the point, and I think you will enjoy it. The last YouTuber that I wanted to like big up is Straight Up Juices, which she's like my sister-in-law, and she also has gone through like a positive health like journey, and now she's into juicing and trying to get your greens in and your fruits in, even if you're not a veggie person, like you don't really eat the veggie stuff. If you juice it and you mix it with the right kind of fruits, you might be able to get your nutrients in and get your stomach strong and healthy again. I'm also going to link her YouTube video down below, and she may be very helpful for you if you're looking at like being healthy. And even if you don't have like, any gut issues, just we're getting older. Like we can't live off of like McDonald's and like eating out all the time foods. Like we literally have to take care of our bodies, especially because we're in our 30s and we're heading into our 40s. And if you think back about when your mom and dad started talking about like high blood pressure, weight gain, I don't know, diabetes, like certain things, they start creeping up at 40 something. And like, why deal with it? Why not try to avoid these things and keep these things at bay instead of when it's coming to you and you're trying to find like the solution? And honestly, I know I was 26 at the time when they diagnosed me, not 26, I think I was like 29 when they diagnosed me with gastritis. Honestly, if I had taken it seriously from then, I would not be struggling now. But in everything, we give God glory. And in closing, I know that I used to pray this prayer to God all the time. I have a prayer that I pray to God all the time, and my desire is to like allow God's purpose to flow through me. And I always there's just certain things. One day I'll share with you that happened in my family, and I said, no, I don't want that for our family anymore, and I don't want that for me. So I would pray to God about my heart's desires. And this gastritis thing took me out for a ride, literally, and left me very depressed, very upset, very subconscious, because I felt like I just didn't look good. I'm just this maga little piece of like stick woman with 4 children, no hips, no bottom, not nagwan, and I kind of felt away. But I remember, it sounds so Christian to say, but in the midnight hour, when the Holy Spirit was like, didn't you ask me for this? And what I asked God for. And I said, yes, Lord. And it's like, well, how do you expect to reach your goals and fulfill your purpose if you're not even eating well? Like, how do you expect to like have the energy to do all the amazing things that I have placed in you to do if you're not eating well, you're not healthy? So I'm answering your prayers. I'm allowing these things to rise to the surface so you can deal with it now while you're able to. And so I say this to say that I know some of us are going through some serious health issues. And if we can somehow come to the point of redirection, like, eating better, exercising, meditation, quiet time, better sleep, going to bed at the right time, like letting go of our cell phones and like really just sleeping, I'm sure that you will see a change in your life. Your mind will turn around. Your connection with God will be better. And you'll realize how worthy you are to be here. And it's your time to turn your life around, change it so that the glory of God, meaning that the word that He's spoken into your heart for you to live out, can be manifested. I just want to encourage you today. Like, please, I'm begging you, whatever you're struggling with it, grab a hold of it. Try to find a solution. Do your research. And live your life to the best of your ability. Because tomorrow, God willing, will come. Next year will come. And the next year will come after that. And you would have done nothing. But if something is knocking you in your face and saying, yo, I need your attention, give it your attention. Because maybe God is answering your prayer. And it may not be in the way that like you want the answer to be or want the answer to come. But it's going to push you and propel you to do the things that you know you should be doing, or maybe the things that you are shying away from. There is definitely something weird about being chronically sick. Because you can actually choose to like give in or choose to fight. And like when you actually value your life and you value the things that God has placed in your life, you will not go down so easily. And I'd be lying to you if I said that I didn't want a car to come knock me out when I was in pain. But when the pain would subside, I would think to myself, yeah, no, I'm not giving up. I'm going to try this again. Maybe I made the chicken wrong. Or maybe I did this wrong. Or maybe, can I really eat bread? Like I just kept working at it. Because nobody and nothing is taking me out before my time. And the purpose that God has placed in my life is going to manifest. It's actually a desire of mine for His will to be done in my life. So nobody is knocking me out. And if this is a way for God to, shift my world around, which it has completely, then let His will be done. Because no one is shifting me anywhere else, left or right. So that way I can't do the will of God. And I cannot be happy. And now that I'm on this path and I'm back on YouTube and I'm doing my podcasting and I'm getting better, man, I can't tell you the feeling I'm feeling inside. I'm even grateful for a second chance. I'm grateful for God for the gastritis, the IBS, and the inflammation, even though it sucks. I'm grateful. Turn my life around. So I want to encourage you, keep your heart strong and fight. And if you have any other questions, reach out to me. Inbox me, DM me, email me, anything you like. And let's get through this together. All right. So thank you again for joining me on another episode of the Roaring 30s. I'm going to get going because, these children don't stay quiet for long. All right. So remember to follow me on Instagram. Email me if you have any questions, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.